everybody, it is Wednesday. So we all know what that means. It is time for weekly chats with Waltito, where I talk about something and Walter sits there and listens. I hope everyone's having a magical week so far. I'm pretty tired today. I'm not feeling the greatest, so I let Walter pick the topic for today, which should be interesting. So I said, "Hey, buddy, like, what do you want me to talk about today? What do you want to hear?" And he was like, "Orange." I was like, "What do you mean orange? Orange is a color. Orange is a fruit, a flavor. What do you mean orange?" He's just like, "Orange." And I'm like, "People don't want to hear about orange, buddy. Orange isn't interesting." And he's like, "Orange." So guess what we're learning about today? Orange? Orange. So sit back and tuck in and get ready to hear about all things orange. Okay, so I don't know if you knew this, but orange is the color between yellow and red on the spectrum of visible light. Fascinating. The orange color of many fruits and vegetables, such as carrots, pumpkins, sweet potatoes, and oranges, comes from carotenes, a type of photosynthetic pigment. I can't say pigment. Pigment. These pigments convert the light energy that the plants absorb from the sun into chemical energy for the plants to grow. Similarly, the hues of autumn leaves are from the same pigment after chlorophyll is removed. If you don't know, because I'm an expert from taking science about 10 years ago, chlorophyll is what makes plants green. And now that I say it, maybe I'm wrong. So maybe I should just stick to this Wikipedia information. In Europe and America, surveys show that orange is the color most associated with amusement, the unconventional, extroversion, warmth, fire, energy, activity, danger, taste, and aroma, the autumn and all hallow tide seasons, as well as having long been the national color of the Netherlands and the House of Orange. I definitely knew this because my husband is Dutch and from the Netherlands. Okay, so here's a little orange history for you. The color was used later by medieval artists for the coloring of manuscripts. Pigments were also made in ancient times from a mineral known as orpiment. Orpiment was an important item of trade in the Roman Empire and was used as a medicine in ancient China, although it contains arsenic and is highly toxic. My husband made me do a quiz on the Roman Empire yesterday. I just remembered that because I read Roman Empire. What is with men in the Roman Empire? This should be studied. Really, it should. But I'm getting off topic. Back to orange, the exciting topic of orange. It was also used as fly poison and to poison arrows. Because of its yellow-orange color, it was also a favorite with alchemists who were searching for a way to make gold both in China and in the West. Before the late 15th century, the color orange existed in Europe, but without the name. It was simply called yellow red. In mid-16th century England, the color referred to as orange was a reddish-brown, matching the deteriorated appearance of the fruit after a long journey from where it was grown in Portugal or Spain. Improvements in transportation and the introduction of an orange grove in Surrey allowed the fresh fruit to become more familiar in England, and the color referred to as orange shifted in the 17th century toward its modern understanding. Orange was also a very important color for Impressionist painters. They all studied the recent books on color theory, and they knew that orange placed next to azure blue made both colors much brighter. Post-Impressionists went even further with orange. No other painter used orange so often and dramatically as Vincent van Gogh. For Van Gogh, orange and yellow were the pure sunlight of Provence. He produced his own oranges with mixtures of yellow, ochre, and red, and placed them next to slashes of sienna, red, and bottle green, and below a sky of turbulent blue and violet. He put orange moon and stars in a cobalt blue sky. He wrote to his brother Theo of searching for oppositions of blue with orange, of red with green, of yellow with violet, searching for broken colors and neutral colors to harmonize the brutality of extremes, trying to make the colors intense and not a harmony of grays. In the 20th and 21st centuries, the color orange had highly varied associations. The high visibility of orange made it a popular color for certain kinds of clothing and equipment. During World War II, Navy pilots in the Pacific began to wear orange inflatable life jackets, which could be spotted by search and rescue planes. After the war, these jackets became common on both civilian and naval vessels of all sizes and on aircraft flown over water. Orange is also widely worn by workers on highways and by cyclists to avoid being hit. Okay, let's talk about one of the apprentices' favorite orange food, carrots. Before the 18th century, carrots from Asia were usually purple, while those in Europe were either white or red. Dutch farmers bred a variety that was orange, according to some sources, as a tribute to the stadtholder of Holland and Zeeland, William of Orange. The long orange Dutch carrot, first described in 1721, is the ancestor of the orange horn carrot, one of the most common types found in supermarkets today. It takes its name from the town of Hoorn in the Netherlands. I'll have to let my husband know that his homeland has been mentioned many times today. We are also slowly entering the season of orange, Walter's favorite season, with Thanksgiving. In Canada, it's in October. It's the second Monday of October. Oh my goodness, I think so. It's always around like the 15th or something. And then in the United States, Thanksgiving is in November. And then obviously we have Halloween. We get to carve pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns and use to celebrate the holiday. Although it's technically not a holiday, it's more of a season, but I love it. And we go to corn mazes, and I love the smells and all like the apple and all the pumpkin stuff. Yes. Okay, I'm getting off topic. Fall and Halloween are my favorite time of year, so I'm just excited. But back to the very important topic of orange. Okay, so orange is the color of amusement. In Europe and America, orange and yellow are the colors most associated with amusement, frivolity, oh my goodness, and entertainment. In this regard, orange is the exact opposite of its complementary color, blue, the color of calm and reflection. Mythological paintings traditionally showed Bacchus, known in Greek mythology as Dionysus, the god of wine, ritual madness, and ecstasy, dressed in orange, and clowns have long worn orange wigs. Orange is the color most easily seen in dim light or against the water, making it particularly the shade known as safety orange, the color of choice for life rafts, life jackets, or buoys. Highway temporary signs about construction or detours in America are orange because of its visibility and its association with danger. The Golden Gate Bridge at the entrance of San Francisco Bay is painted international orange to make it more visible in the fog. Next to red is the color most popular for extroverts and a symbol of activity. Okay, I think I'm done talking about orange. I'm sorry, buddy. You're my favorite orange thing in this entire universe, so that's all that matters is you. You are orange. You're the most important orange thing that's ever existed. Yes. And I love you so much, my little orange man. And my throat is sore, so I don't really want to talk anymore. But for the people that listened to this information session about orange, I hope you learned something and found it interesting. I learned some things, so that's all that matters. But okay, I'm going to stop for the day. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a most magical rest of your week, and we will be back next Wednesday. Weekly chats with... I can't even do it today. I'm so sorry. I need a nap. But okay. Have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and we will see you next week for weekly chats with Waltito next Wednesday. Okay. Bye.